Hi everybody, hello and welcome back to my channel, Tarot with Anne-Marie. We're doing the cup family, which is all to do with emotions and the element of water, which of course is Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. Now we're looking at the Two of Cups and combining that with other cards. In my case, I use pairs, which is Major Arcana, but you're welcome to ask anything you like. And so let's kick off with the Fool and the Two of Cups. So if we got this pair in the first two cards that we pulled for a client, and we thought, what does this mean? The Two of Cups, you've only got to look at that, haven't you? To actually see that scene. Looks rather lovely. They're both greeting each other and feels as if they're reaching to each other via direct bodily contact. He seems to be touching the fingertips, and they seem to be holding those goblets underneath what looks like the strength of the lion and the eagle's wings there. Yeah, it's got strength, it's got health due to the nature of the lion. There's courage there. There's a blessing there because we've got the Caduceus, which is underneath that lion, which is the intertwined snakes on the stick, which is a blessing in itself, and the eagle, wisdom, lots and lots of things going on there. But the Fool, what does it mean if we've got the Fool? We know the Two of Cups is something about these two figures that seem to have some sort of kindred spirit, some sort of connection, great word for the Two of Cups. And the Fool is there to tell us that there's no history between these two. It's really that simple. So the Fool is saying this is brand new, all right? Is it a brand new person? Quite possibly, yes, because we've got the Two of Cups, which represents the querent, which is the person having the reading, and somebody in the querent's life. So the Fool, brand new beginnings. The sense of go for it, enjoy, go with the thrill, take that leap of faith. But the Fool, the biggest part of what I would like you to know is it means that it's something brand new with this couple. And it doesn't have to be a man and woman. There are two figures depicted as a male and a female, but that's just a traditional symbology of a very old-fashioned day. And telling us to take a leap of faith if we're actually looking for a new relationship or we are currently exploring a new relationship. Somebody might say, hang on a minute, does that mean the relationship I'm in, there's going to be a new one? No, not necessarily. If you are already established in a relationship, it can actually say you're going through a new phase, back to when things were kinder, more of the honeymoon side of life, when we first get together and there is no pressure and no difficulties. Look at the line then about play, fun, inner child, getting back in touch with the spirit of that. All right. And so we've got the Empress and the Two of Cups. So if we get this combination of the Empress and the Two of Cups, we've got somebody here that's valuing this new connection, whether it's a new person. We don't know that based on it being the Empress. It's more than likely when you've got the Fool that there's no history between the two. Probably not. It's more to do with the Fool is brand new. It's a new beginning. It's fresh. Means there's no history between the two of you. So yeah, if you are in an established relationship, it's probably going to say things are very different. But the Empress is all about love and attraction and abundance. It's also very much about being valued. And the Empress, she's the epitome of a beautiful female. So what this is telling us is there is a huge sense of attraction from both parties. Goes both ways. And Venus is about love, it's about nature, it's about support, it's about feeling valued, it's all about beauty. It's a beautiful emotional connection. It's a beautiful, natural flow that's going between these two. So if somebody's saying, oh, we were always asking about work, what do you think's going on there? It looks like you're being valued at work, and it looks as if the people that you're working with are really good connections and good people to be around. Let's say this was a question about relationships. It's like, how does that person feel about me? They value you. They find you extremely attractive and they feel you're on the same wavelength. There is mutual respect. There is a value going on about everything that you give emotionally. The reason I say emotionally a huge sense of attraction going on. Something where I would actually say is that of the emotional component. It's the emotional component that's actually firing on all cylinders. Why we've got the Suit of Cups. Also, I think it's important when we look at the Empress card that the feminine aspect it's about that nurture. It's about that emotion that this person is attracted to. The physical's there, but that would be more to do with in the position of the self. It'd be more to do within the position of the physical. It would be more to do with maybe pentacles and wands, because that's much more to do with action. What else is this trying to tell us? It's about making sure that the natural state in which this relationship are exploring each other is very much in a place and a space where the emotional capacity for the friendship, the duality, equality, being valued. Sometimes when we actually get the best relationships, it's because we really feel that that person is valuing us. A lot of people want to talk about this as soulmates. I do not encourage to talk about soulmates. Because if you are to say to somebody that your version of a soulmate probably means what you think it means, what they tend to think it means is the one in their life, that is their destiny, their fate, that they are never ever going to have anybody else in their life. And you might go, I didn't mean that. That's not the point. The point is that they think that. Difficult, isn't it? I know. Let's try Strength card and the Two of Cups. And what we've got going on here is, get this, and somebody says, can you have a look at this person for me? I don't know how they feel about me, and I just want to know what to expect. I like them, but I would rather know what to expect. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not expecting anything. But is that wrong with me? Or am I really trying to say I'd like something more to happen? But say you get this pair, yeah? And you get the Strength card and the Two of Cups. If it comes up, it depends on where it is in your spread. But let's say it's the first two cards out, which is all about the here and now. And the here and now is actually describing to you that this is a strong attraction, a physical attraction filled with play and fun in the sense of the Strength card, because it's linked to Leo, and Leo is all about the inner child, the fifth house. Physical strength and emotional strength there. Emotional because of the Two of Cups, but also emotional with the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of being clever enough to, with your personality and with your inner strength, open that lion's mouth. There is an awful lot connected to emotions to be able to do that, to be able to be in the right mindset or the right emotional vibe, as it were. And this shows it's fun, it's play. It also looks here as sort of have the courage to enjoy this. Two of Cups, very much a card I would actually say, instead of saying soulmates like I mentioned earlier, how about the fact that it's a great connection here? How about the fact you're on the same vibe? They both like each other. Two individuals that like each other. Somebody that's actually meeting somebody as an equal and enjoying that. And they've got the strength to be able to reciprocate it. That's what the Strength card's saying. And if this came up as in they were asking, shall we say, about their finances and say, what's going to happen to me with my finances? And you draw the Strength card and the Two of Cups. Finances are strong, but there is an emotional temptation to actually spend sort of money on entertainment with your friends or your loved ones, which is the Two of Cups. Financially, the finances are there to do it, but you need to look at the fact that you've got this play and fun, Two of Cups. You've got support there from your friends or from your loved one, in particular the Two of Cups, this individual that's prepared to support, not just in an emotional way. Yes, you've got support from that person equally. They're strong, they're stable in that. It's that I'm going to match it, whatever you put in. One apple, I'll put in an apple. That kind of thing. Look at the Two of Cups. Look at the cups meeting. Both the cups are at the same height. She is looking into the cup in the Two of Cups because she wants more emotionally. He's looking, oh, that's in, trust me, I'm here. I'm forming connection with you. Close bodily contact, physical contact, the hand touching, reaching out. You can see that he's just touching her fingers then. And that is symbolic of giving support, of mutual attraction. We've got the Death card and we've got the Two of Cups. So if you were trying to combine, these two cards are actually telling you that there's been a lot of transformations, and those transformations involve a journey with somebody that is very dear to you, very close to you, you're very closely connected with. You've gone through a lot of different transformations and changes. Those transformations and changes are very much emotional. And the emotions side of this is running very deep because Death card is attached to Scorpio. Scorpio is always intense and always peeling off the layers, growing new skin and shedding that skin to make way for the new transformation. So those changes are really important. And if somebody was saying, okay, in the general reading, what on earth is that actually talking about? It's actually saying that changes come and go in relationships. And if you are in a relationship, there could be some changes going on there. You really are in a position of going through a lot of transformation. There's a lot of growth. It should be okay looking at the Two of Cups. It looks as if you can concentrate on why you like each other and put that into perspective. Then that's going to be the main reason that this is going to survive. And if that person is equally synchronizing in exactly the same way to say, I'm putting my heart and soul into this, then yes, you're going to turn around and try and navigate the obstacles. Things won't be the same. You're not the same people as when you met. All right? I want to actually take you back to, it'll be this one. Okay. The Hermit and the Two of Cups. Let's say that's come in and somebody says to you, I really like a reading and I just want to know what my ex thinks about me. Now, the reason why I've actually chosen that question is the Hermit is a card where you're looking at somebody who is in your past. Let's say they're saying, oh, look at the ex. You're looking for the Hermit. In your spread, you're looking for the Hermit. And what card's next to it? Two of Cups. Are they thinking about me? The Two of Cups has naturally got to be, yes, emotionally. I wouldn't say thinking when it comes to Two of Cups. And I would actually say that to the client. I wouldn't mince my words at all. I'd say, I don't have thoughts, but actually I've probably got something better for you. I can see what they're feeling. All right? And what are they feeling? They're feeling that this was a very balanced connection. So it's like, what is that person thinking of me? No thoughts. We haven't got swords. What are they going to do? We don't know. We haven't got wands. What's going to happen? We don't know. We haven't got pentacles. We are looking at cups, so we can say how they feel. Based on their feelings, do they regret what they did is what I usually get asked. I didn't see anything here that would actually say that. You would be looking for Judgment card for that, or the Six of Cups. Why? Because Judgment card is reevaluating the past and actually coming to terms with what you did wrong and putting things in perspective. Card of nostalgia again. Just more, but we'll just pick those two for now. So the Hermit card is somebody from the past. It's also somebody they're working with. So if they ask, is somebody at work that I like, do they like me? It's, yeah, they do like you. And being the right word. Why? We're in the suit of emotions, which is cupped. What do they think about me? I don't know. Not based on this power. And of course, I don't stick with just putting out two cards because I want to be able to answer their questions. So by putting out more cards, I'll be looking for swords and being able to answer them. If this is about somebody from the past, who are always looking for the Hermit, somebody new, you're looking for the Fool card. I hope that makes sense because the Fool is brand new beginnings, somebody new, but also it makes a much more of an impact if you've got court cards there instead of the suits, which is the cups that we're looking at the moment, or the swords or the pentacles. You want the suits. So we've got one of the court cards that comes up, and it's a page of swords. Although we've got a person there, we've got our astrological sign, which would be Aquarius. Unfortunately, in a page of swords, they need to develop an awful lot before you're going to get something going on here. And we're even starting with the basics of what they're thinking, no matter what they're feeling. They haven't made it to that point yet. What they're going to do, they have no idea. They've not thought about this. Oh. So I hope that makes sense to you when you're actually putting the pieces together. You are looking at all sorts of different things, but some really nice, easy ways of actually making things come together is to keep it really simple. Yeah? Another one for you. How lovely. Couldn't do the Two of Cups without saying, what if it comes up with the Lovers? Two of Cups and the Lovers. Very much physical attraction based on, I like you. Whatever's going on here, even if this person would say, I just want to know about work, and you tell them about work, but you would also say, look, I've got to say that because I've got the Lovers and the Two of Cups, I cannot ignore this. It's such a wonderful combination. I really feel there's somebody around that's communicating with you. The Lovers card is communication, working in astrological association with the astrological sign of Gemini. Or they could be a water sign, Two of Cups, so the element of water, then Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. How does that come into this? You might say, oh, it could be this, it could be that. You're coming with what your cards are telling you. Trying to always, you're not there to give a prediction. You are there. I know that's what people want in general, but they also are very willing to accept what you've got to say and what advice. And so the Lovers is, there's a physical attraction going on here. And you've got the fact that comes from the two naked figures there of Adam and Eve. You've also got the fact that this is emotional from the Two of Cups. It looks very strong because we've got the wings going on the left side there on the Lover's card, and the wings going on there on the Two of Cups around the lion's head. So this will take flight. Look at that. What would flight make you think? Something where people's asking about timing. It's going to be quick, isn't it? It's going to happen very quickly. This isn't plodding. Also, if we look at the clouds that are present there, as in a little bit going on in the Two of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck that I'm using in this PDF. And clouds definitely there between Adam and Eve, our figures there. Clouds are always something that shows that something's been covered. We can't quite see it yet. It's not deceit. It just means it's covering. We haven't got the clarity on the situation yet. But we do know it'll go quickly. We also know that we've got a blessing there from the angel. We've got a blessing there from the Caduceus in the Two of Cups. The universe has got your back with the angel there with the wings giving a blessing. And you've got the Caduceus there in the Two of Cups. How wonderful. And the strength that's going on with that. Thank you very much for the lovely thumbs up there. Much appreciated. Whoever you are, do say hi. This mutual attraction, but on an emotional side and a physical one. We cannot ignore that there is physical attraction when you get lovers. Okay? But it's very much based on that emotional rapport. You know, probably like each other as a human spirit, as a kindness that's been offered to them as each other. It's a bit like saying, you know what, it's not a one-way street with you. I'm feeling very much that this is in balance, this is in harmony, this is what I'm looking for. People are really happy when they meet somebody that gives them the qualities that they feel are important. Not everybody's got that. Not everyone's looking for love and affection. Sometimes people are saying, I just want to do my thing and actually feel that any relationship I have, I'm free to do my own thing. Not everybody's looking for the same thing. So we can't assume, can we? But looking at this, it looks as I do want to make some sort of emotional commitment based on the Two of Cups and the fact that we've got the Lovers. Let's change it up a little. What have we got here? The Lovers becomes card number 15, the Devil card. Card of enslavement. When we are in a position of gratification of the pleasures of the material world. So we become enslaved. Oh, I've got to do it. That other person won't be happy with me if I don't. That's where you're being puppeteered by someone else. Or sometimes you're being puppeteered because you are enabling it. And you are saying, I've got no boundaries of my own. I've put myself in this sort of incarceration. So if the Devil card's and the Two of Cups, quite often be a pair where people say, what's this relationship like? A lot of readers would go, oh, gosh, they're only interested in one thing, and that's the physical and the sex. Actually, it's probably an aspect of it, absolutely right. But more importantly, it is one of those cards where it's to do with emotional bondage. The card I'm referring to, of course, the emotional aspect coming from the Two of Cups. Now, if that was an air sign, like the Sword family, and we got any of the swords, that would be telling us that anything that's going on with the Devil card is to do with communication, but it's to do with mind games. Simple as that. There's no nice way of saying it, so I'll just say it. Yeah, it's mind games. It's like somebody is definitely pulling strings and definitely trying to muck about and mess with your mind when it comes to communication. Well, I never said that. Oh, what are you thinking of? Oh, I think you're confused or you misunderstood me. I never said that. That's what they do. But we were the Two of Cups, so that was just an example. What we're talking about now is, what are they doing here? They're probably turning around and giving you some balance when it comes to the emotional so that they get the physical. Or they'll give the physical so they get the emotional. We don't know which one's which, do we? But either way here, there is a trade-off, as in, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Is there anything wrong with that? No. It's what makes the world go round, the yin and the yang. But as far as the Devil card goes, it actually is quite nice. And the Devil card here, as in, it's not always negative. Always remember it works in conjunction with Capricorn in a very strange way. And Capricorn is also all about building. When you get Capricorn, as in the houses in astrology or in tarot, it represents building towards something of status in one's life. People misunderstand that Capricorns is not driven by ego, even though they are very sharp, blunt. And people don't like that. They don't like that straightforwardness. This shows there is a straightforwardness where somebody is saying, I really like you. And the Devil card, if it is a relationship, it's, look, you give me what I need emotionally, I give you what you need physically. It's a deal. There's no, it's very equal and it's very well understood. And I don't know what the fuss is about from other people because it works for them. And that's really what we should all take a leaf theirs out of what they're telling and showing us. Never mind what other people think, what's making it happen. And when we actually feel that we are in a place of bondage, we like to put the blame on other people, whereas in actual fact, the Two of Cups showing here is completely equal. There is no bondage going on there. This is two people. Look at the card. Two people agreeing mutually, emotionally. Do you feel that? Yes, I do. Why have you got the chains around your neck as a couple? Because they want to. It's like when people say, oh, there was an old-fashioned thing, a ball and chain, I've got married. People refer to that. That person's probably done it because that's what they want. And oh yeah, I've got to do what they say. They're doing it because it works for both of them. It's not because it's one person. So that's an example of how wonderful the Devil card and the Two of Cups can be, and how practical it is between both of these parties to be able to look at what they both want, call it like it is, concentrate on what they both want, and just be completely upfront about the whole thing. Nothing wrong with that at all. Let me just remind you that I do have a podcast there on YouTube, so that's what you're looking for. That's the Tuesday one. We look at pairs. And this is the list for the lessons on pairs and how it all works. And this is my YouTube channel, and that's where you can actually find all the videos from me, Tarot with Marie. Emotions, when it comes to how we're studying, we need to look at the suit, and we need to look at what the element is, and we need to look at as much as we can about what we're seeing in that card, and read that card in a technical way, and don't feel that we've got to memorize something. It's good to have all of your intuition. It's good to have all the tutorials I've given you, but nobody expects you to say all of that. It's just that if you've got that information, it makes you feel good about, you know what it all means, and you can start looking at things perhaps in a way that's based on what I've said, the things that you've come across in your books, in your studies, with tutors, with your clients, with readings for yourself, everything and anything. It all starts to knit together. But the whole point is that don't stop and just go, I've got it, that's it, and then wonder why you become stuck. It's an acquired skill. You never ever get to the end of learning with tarot. I haven't, and I hope that any of my professional colleagues haven't either. And I'm talking about people that have produced decks, managed psychic platforms, written tarot books, all those kind of things. Software that I've produced for tarot. I forget, I've done a lot. And it brings you to a lot of professionals in different ways, people that have written books, people that's produced decks, astrologers, psychics, clairvoyants, mediums. All these people are constantly, they're exploring, they're researching, they're looking, they're browsing, they're curious. Quite often, I would have somebody in one of my tarot courses, as in when we do London shows, and I'd turn up in one of theirs, and they go, what are you doing here? You know this. And we're not there to spy on each other. It's just a case of, it really is learning more and going, I've never heard it said like that. You've really made me think, or whatever it is that adds to it. So don't feel that you must know it all. We're more than happy to hear what you do or how you've gone about it or anything that you'd like to learn. If you are interested in the courses, I'll show you my website. Here it is, Tarot with Anne-Marie. The courses are there at the top from the homepage. You can also have readings with me. At the moment, the courses are being revamped, and there's lots of them. And the one that kind of works with working with pairs is part one, which is Intermediate, my signature course. And eventually, if you study, you'll end up being able, once you've done the advanced course, to do a reading with this many cards, which can really lead to being able to answer those burning questions that your client very much wants to know. One of the best things you can do is get all your cards out like that, understand exactly where you're going, and make sure that you've got enough cards out on the table and you know how to read. And as I said, not only do I use a big old spread, but for every position, we're putting down 2. Can you imagine that? 22 positions, but 44 cards. So that's what it's all about. Wishing you a great rest of the week, and see you Thursday, and where we'll be doing the 3 of Cups. Till then, speak to you soon, and have a beautiful Tuesday.